Oh, hello. Happy Saturday. All right, let's get this show on the road. Hey, Rhiannon. How are you doing? Happy Saturday. All right. Yeah, here we go. All right, autotiling or autotiling. All right, how's it going? So what we did last time is we created a little function for each specific tile type, just so we could get the type-specific behavior there and what's fairly complicated autotiling. However, we're missing something. Rhiannon, you're doing pretty good. You got a lot of stuff done around the house this morning. You've got dinner cooking. You're just getting ready for some space salvaging. Nice. Nice. Yeah, you got to work off your like $1 trillion debt, right? Yeah, so there's a particular outline that's missing. It's the internal one or the interior one. So this shape on the right side of this shape, when you merge it with another shape like that, the outline goes away, which is correct here, incorrect here. It's super obvious when we do it in this kind of a situation. So you can see this little carve out I've got here just doesn't have that middle vertical line that should be running along the back corner. Ran and exactly grind all week to try to stay out of debt, then grind all weekend to pay off other debt. Yeah. Pay off your spacer debt. Yeah, this probably won't be like a super long stream because I actually also had some work pop up here that I need to put some time in on. I thought I was going to do it tomorrow, but I got to do it today. All right, that seems to be the only issue is somehow we messed up that one outline. Everything else looks correct. Oh, that's a little weird. Or is it? Oh no, that's correct. We haven't hooked up the overlays into this new auto tiling rule set, so we'll have to see about that. But I just want to get the regular stuff sorted out first. You're pretty sure Space OSHA would not approve of you working in your current state of sobriety? Yeah, well. If Space OSHA is anything like regular OSHA, I don't know if they're paying that much attention. Yeah, that game has such great vibes for just horrible, ultra late stage capitalism, space cowboy vibes. Hard space shipbreaker. It's impressive. All right. I'm satisfied that the only issue is this back line. So we just got to figure out when that's happening. It's happening to the floor pieces and the wall pieces, which is curious. I guess we just do a comparison. Time to do some split window stuff. So this seems to be affecting all of them. Which number is it affecting, though? After staring at the editor for a few days every week, it starts to get hard to know if everything looks right or not. Oh yeah, like having to sign a document saying you'll vote for the company choice. It's so funny. It's like managed democracy in Helldivers. They do that. Both games are handling satire so well. All right, we're checking the tile T-res here. All tile set. Just checking to make sure. Okay, so the missing outline is X+1. All right, so that's where we gotta look. And this seems to be affecting everyone, so we're just going to go down the list here. We'll start with deck X cell. And we'll compare that to the old autotiler version here. Alright, so we're almost there. Went too far. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we got. I treated myself to a big brunch this morning, which is why I'm a little late. I might have eaten too much. My tummy is like maximum capacity. Also had like 5 or 6 cups of coffee. So I am just blazing. All right. So our X+1 is where we're expecting to find a problem here. Here they are. All right. Halls. Cutaways, halls. There might be some kind of... This looks the same. You just got told to fan the tiny sparks of effort into flames of profitability. Yeah, I love that. The company rep character is very well done. So are your buddies, though. Your crew. They're so awesome. I was dreading playing that game. I was so worried about something bad happening to them. All these people that you're just hearing about indirectly via the comms system. It's really great. There's a surprising amount of character in that game for, like, you never actually encounter anyone else in person. It's all just these comms events. Or it's like emails or whatever. Like audio comms or emails or... I've only met the first girl a few times. You're excited for it to unfold? Yeah, it unfolds really well. I didn't finish it. I want to go back. Started getting too worried about everyone. I just lost my place. All right. Here we go. Yeah, I can't quite see why we would have behavior on one side but not the other here. The only thing I changed is like this. This is not supposed to be negative y. No, it is. So if it's this and not this and not this, or this and that, maybe this is this might need to be indented now. Now that I've added an additional thing at the bottom. Oh, it tells me it has no effect on the control flow, so that's good. Oh, it needs to be like here. That has an effect, okay. Yeah, I think it's just an indentation problem. Let's see. Excuse me. Oh, yep, that seems to have fixed it. On, you know, the one side we changed. Easy. Yep, there we go. We got that little outline peeking out. That was the one spot we changed. Cool. Let's finish that out. Ship it. Yep. Easy one. Sounds like a lot like a Jethro Tull song. Like Living in the Past or something. Alright, there's another one. Now I gotta do the wall pieces. Either of those and either of these. All right, that seems to have a control flow change. That's good. It's hard to track these sometimes, these really long ones. But it's one of those things where now that we've established this, we really don't have to mess with it. Even though it is a little complicated. That's why we're trying to unify it, because these principles of how the outlining works, which is really all this is like edge detection. And right now all we're doing is changing the outline, but in the future that means for compound pieces we'll just easily be able to figure out where the edge pieces are and put them in. Let's try that. Oh, there it is. Let's finish this. This is not good. This is gonna go away. This massive overdraw. Oh. Alright, we went too far. Did we at least fix the thing that we wanted to fix? Okay, we at least fixed the thing we wanted to fix, but we've caused a side effect. Alright, easy. Now we just gotta deal with the side effect. Let's look at bulk X. Let's compare the bulk X layers. Why does Y+1 come first? Oh, did I change the wrong bits? No, I don't think so. Alright, here they are. Here are the matching parts. Parts here at the top. Oh, not here. Here. Oh, so that... And not this or this. And this. Did I get something backwards? Negative vector 3 I dot y. Minus y plus x. Okay, so here's some half bulk check, a full bulk check. Count cutaways dot contains. I might change this a little bit, but let's get it behavior working the same way first. But I have an idea for how I might want to change this for the overlays. Not this, or this, and this, and this. This or not this, and not this or this. Ooh, there's an and here. Or this and this. Ah, here it is. It doesn't seem to have any effect. Maybe it's both. Yeah, we needed both. Let's see if that did it. Okay, it's still working in the regular case. Let's see if it works in the unusual case. Uh-oh. Oh, wait. It doesn't look like I fixed that. All right, let me try to understand what's working over here. Okay, that or that. Yeah, we got that. And then not that. Or... I should just figure out what the situation is. Oh, that's weird. That didn't go away. Oh, I think we did it. I was about to say, I was like, I should probably try to figure out what that part of the autotiler is actually doing. Oh, no, but consequences. Okay. So fixing one breaks the other. So... And yet it doesn't affect the floor pieces the same way. Fascinating. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Floor pieces don't seem to have a problem with this. But the way I've written the wall pieces outlining, it's getting confused. Let me look at how the floor pieces handle this. All right, let's restore it. Hey, Silas. How's everyone going? Or how's everyone? Hi, everyone. How is it going? Somehow I condensed that into how's everyone going? But how are you? How are you going? Happy Saturday. All right, yeah, I want to get this back to what it looked like before. And then I want to compare it to the way the above is working. You're doing better. You appreciate that I remember what you'd like to be called? Yeah, I am happy to make the attempt. I don't always succeed. Your preferred name is in your username, which makes it easier. I just have to remember which letters to remove. But yeah, happy Saturday. Hope you're having a good weekend. We're fiddling with our autotiler a little bit. We migrated a bunch of it over to a slightly different setup, and we've lost a slight piece of the outlining behavior. So I'm just trying to get that back in here. All right, so it's affecting that line, and it should... This is a cutaway consideration, because it needs to introduce the outline when the opposite piece is visible, but not when it's been cut away. All right. You have to add that you've gained even more respect for game developers after having struggled with various bugs. Yeah, bugs are tough, especially in games, because it's very behavioral. It can be very hard to reproduce consistently or figure out exactly what confluence of things are causing it. But yeah, I hope your game dev's going well. If you ever have any questions, you can always pop them in the Discord. Or if you want to show off what you're working on, that's also super cool. I'd love to see it. This music is funky. All right, so this is one of those cases where I think we should be doing a check where we're actually checking like a diagonal neighbor, but we don't seem to be doing that. Ah, here it is, right here. Or this, and this, and this. I don't know why that doesn't work. So we say, or this and this. So if not this... We're not doing that, are we? Oh, we're doing it up here. Let's move this around a little bit. I'm going to try to reorder this to look more like the other one, and I think it's going to make it easier. Hey, Aaron. How's it going? How's your adventures in UI and Godot UI and GUI going? It's a little weird, but I think once it starts to click, it's pretty powerful. I've only done a few UIs with Godot, but I definitely, because I don't come from the web dev world, I have a hard time thinking in a lot of those terms. Like I don't think in terms of front ends very much. All right, yeah, I think if we reorder this, I will be more clear to me what's happening. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to move the cutaway comparison up here. This one goes here. There is the logic for the half bulk, which is a little tricky. That's probably what's messing us up. I'm going to move this piece up here. This will be an ore. All right, this is another ore. This is going to be this or this stuff down here. Oh, we're not specifying what kind of cutaway. I guess that's what the contains is. It doesn't specify. I guess any cutaway for us is a problem. I might be mangling this beyond repair here, but this is helping me, I think. Hey, Nix, how's it going? I don't think that's going to do anything to improve the situation, but it's helping me think about it. I really want to get rid of that weird semi-transparent effect. Oh! Did we fix it? Oh, I think we did. Huzzah. That's good, because I did not have a plan for if that didn't work. I did not have a backup plan. I was like, well, if it's not this, who knows? All right, now I got to rewrite the other one to look like that. Shouldn't be too hard. Thank you for the follow, Aaron. You've been waiting for the stream and you forgot to check for it. No, that's my fault. I went and got a big brunch. I started a little late. Smooth in a second. Words for the algorithm. Thank you. Yeah, we're good. We're tired, but we're cruising through this autotiler fix here. Refactor. All right. All right, this one's first. we go to this one, which is nested. Nix, you couldn't stop yourself. You got more mods. You swear their quality of life. You like the prestige grab ship captain clothing? Oh, that sounds nice. You swear it's all quality of life and you don't have a problem. Yeah, you're at, what, like 500 mods at this point? I don't have a problem. You have a problem. Yeah, that sounds wild. All right, now it's this one. Yeah, maybe next Saturday we can do another, like a RimWorld Let's Play. I just didn't feel like I could do it this Saturday because I missed the Thursday work and stream. I feel like that's a reward. A Let's Play video is a reward for doing good. Alright, we're gonna flip these two here. Because that's what I did elsewhere. Alright, and then I think that this is it. If you keep going like that, yeah, you're still only at 355 RimWorld mods. Though, you were able to stop yourself after like 20 new ones. Ah, nice, yeah. What's your favorite mod, Nix? That's a good question. And what's my favorite mod? Something in a second. I liked, there was one that was like a mounted combat mod. I think it was called like Giddy Up. And it wasn't just combat. It was like you could just ride animals around and they could like help you like go around large maps. You could ride them into battle. I thought that was really fun. I liked the Giddy Up series of mods. I really enjoyed those. Although, actually, honestly, the best mod is probably the storage mod. That gives you a lot of storage options, because the game does not come with much in the way of storage options. That's probably was my most useful quality of life mod, was the storage one, and then the Giddy Up one was like the funnest one in terms of like features. Although P Music is actually probably the best mod for RimWorld, honestly. Having those like additional like 50 music tracks or whatever. I would reinstall that, but I'm concerned about copyright strike stuff. Because I don't know where that music's coming from. But maybe I should enable it for my own playthroughs when I'm offline. I just have to remember to disable it. I gotta stop doing that. That looks terrible. There we go. Alright, did we do it? It looks like we did. Alright, we fixed the little auto-tiling issue. It looks like we're back to what we would expect for all this stuff. Looks reasonable. Let's extend the walls up real quick. Oh, I missed one. Oh, is that a missing spot there? Nope. Looks good, looks good. Nix, you would say one of the HAR mods? You've been using them since forever? Yeah, I don't know what those are. Were shelves always a thing that could stack stuff vanilla, or is that a change? I mean, shelves have always been in it, but shelves are kind of a pain in the butt to manage compared to, like, the storage mod, basically, it just worked better. It just added a lot of variety. But yeah, in principle, they're based off of the shelves, I think. They worked a little different. I think they played a little nicer with the stockpile zones. But yeah, I'd be tempted to reinstall that one. Rhiannon, some of your storage mods are some of your favorite for any game. Just let you carry everything or access everything from everywhere. Oh yeah, yeah. Like Crashlands is like infinite inventory. Like Crashlands 2, stuff like that's nice. It's like, is it an inventory management game? If not, well then just don't make me worry about it. But RimWorld really is an inventory management game, so I get it. I get it being a little fiddly. It's not like quantum stockpile fiddly, but I get it. Oh, such a small thing for you. Smooth in a second. The map preview. Map preview was pretty good. I'm okay kind of just jumping in, but I did like, when I was like more specific about how I wanted to start out, I really enjoyed that. All right. So we fixed the autotiler. So now we have, so if we go up to our like main function here, wherever it is, after the cutaways. Here we go. Nope. Where is it? Let's get this out of here. Here we go. So when we create our tile map cells, we go through every key in the halls. So for every unique hall tile, we go through, we do a little mask check if there's a mask. We do a little cutaway check. And then we make a tile. And then for whichever layer the specific tile happens to be, we look at what we want. So it almost treats the fundamental tile itself as an overlay. It's just the first layer. And you can just layer and layer and layer and layer and layer. So the only thing that right now is the way I've written this is it will match, whatever overlay will mimic the outlines of the underlying tiles in addition to their own outlines. I think I'm going to switch that, but I want to see it first. I think I'm going to switch it so that if you have a mask, it doesn't consider the underlying hull types. It's looking great. Thanks, Smooth, in a second. Nix. HAR, humanoid alien races. They basically let you have custom races. Came out way before biotech. Oh, okay. Map preview is awesome. You used to use it with map reroll because you usually got horrible geysers. Yeah. I liked map preview along with that like map variety mod where you got all these different interesting map shapes. I feel like the vanilla game has a lot more interesting stuff on the map now, especially with the Odyssey. So I don't feel like I need any of those anymore, but the preview would be nice, I guess. All right, so yeah, so now what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to reroute the overlays through this autotiler, since it seems to be working. Let's try to do that. Okay, I don't know why we're playing Christmas music right now. Oh no, it's just green sleeves. It just feels very jaunty. A jaunty green sleeves rendition. I'm dying. This is too funny. You're gonna salvage your first reactor, Rhiannon Journey? Good luck. That can be tricky. It will explode. And they will charge you for it. The Z-level mod is good next. Portal gun mod. Wow. Got replaced by Vanilla Expanded Psycast mod. Vanilla Expanded is pretty good. If someone's like new to RimWorld and they don't know what to do, but they want some mods and they don't have the expansions, I would like always... That's what I did. I would just play vanilla, the various Vanilla Expanded mods. They were great. They were so much free content. All right, so instead of calling these, we're just going to call the same general function. I'm going to change how this works a little bit, but we're not going to worry about it right now. Let's like create tile map cells. And for the mask, we will punch in this one. What is this? Oh, this is the wrong thing. Oh, cursored bounds is I think what we were gonna... No, not cursored bounds. There's selection. Oh, cursored bounds is literally just an AABB, huh? Oh, that's a bit of a problem. Well, let's get the selection working then at least. So we'll say game.input.selection. That should work at least. And then we'll say output pack tile map data. We'll say mask. No, not masks. Grids. That's what this is called. Oh, target node is 3. Counts. Oh, do I have to clear counts every time? Probably. All levels, all layers. I'll probably stop having this be a... Or I'll get more specific so we don't have to recreate it every time. Although, I don't know, maybe it's fine. Let's see if this works. Crash. Oh, do you just work on tiles? Is that okay, actually? That might be okay. I'm gonna say tiles.clear. This is going to start to be annoyed and break on me as I try to change some of this stuff. Okay. Okay. The selection of putting the doors here at the end is interesting. Oh, is it because I'm hard coding the source IDs? That is a problem. How am I going to communicate that information? Right. That is a problem. So we have to set their source IDs. This presumes a certain source ID. How do I want to deal with that? So we need to plug in different source IDs for whether we're doing the actual tile blocks or we're doing like an overlay. I have to pack those in. And so where would I tell them about that? So we create tile map cells, so we include a mask. We should just probably include like some kind of mapping. Call it like the atlases or something like that. Tile.atlas. Define different tile atlases. It's probably fine. That should work. Let's try that. Tile. Yeah, what if we make a new thing here? Oops. Oh, yeah, I guess that's fine. Tile.atlas, you're going to be an enum. Part of this here. Public enum. Layer. Oh, no, not layers, atlas. So right now we could just have a simple could be haul atlas. We could have like a grid. We have a grid atlas. We can just add more. Have a haul by default. Yeah, we probably should have. We can do this for now. Although, where are we going to encode this information about the different atlases? I guess I can encode it in here. So we'd say source ID would be like switch, or it would be say atlas. We'll say tile.atlas atlas. Create this kind of tile at this position with or without this kind of mask. I think that's fine. So here we can say atlas. We can say switch. We can say atlas switch. We can say haul. So for a haul, we'll just do this. We need to say tile. Or we just say atlas switch tile.atlas.haul. And then we could say tile.atlas.grid. And now we're talking here. Actually, we probably should have hover and then select or something like that. Right now the grid is in a separate tile atlas. I gotta decide how I'll do that. I also need to set up the doors so that they have a hover version. We can do that soon. I should probably rearrange this to how I actually want it to be. I hate changing these. I hate changing Atlas IDs, source IDs. They make it so hard. You have to like make space. So where's the last one? The last one's 10. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 10. So I need to make 0, 11. So I just need to make room for everything. So we'll just say 12. 13. 14. Doesn't really matter what. And here we'll say 0, 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's already a 4. Great. This is the problem. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So you're going to be 8. You're going to be 9. You're going to be 10. I'm just going to have one layer for doors, and then we'll map. Well, I have to think about this actually, how we do doors. Actually, I think this is going to be how we do it. Yeah. Because this is the same as how we do it for the holes. All right, we're in ads. Don't worry, we're going to keep cruising here. We're not doing much. We're plugging in our different tile atlases here into the unified autotiler. So you can be 7. Oh no, you're going to be 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, this order I like. All right, so we actually do need more atlas layers. I'm going to call this block. All this empty. So we're going to call it block. Then we're going to have hover. And then we're going to have select. Maybe we should have cursor. I don't know. I don't know if I actually want to have like a default or not, like an empty default. I don't really do that, so I'm going to not do that. Yeah, let's call this hover. So if tile atlas is block, then we do this. If tile atlas is hover, then we do this. Source ID becomes very straightforward. Tile.atlas select. Also, no, not 0. It's 0, 1, 2, 3. It's 4, 5, 6. All right, this is how we can handle this. Is it great? No. Will we probably change it at some point? Yeah. But will it work for now? I'll say yes. That was 0. So this is 1, 5. Or wait, no. It's actually the same, isn't it? Here we go. Everyone's having a chill weekend so far. All right, bulk X. Uh, 2, 6. I'm just doing this from memory. Let's hope I'm right. Nix, you're chilling. You're just playing RimWorld. You're almost ready to level up to Spacer. Nice. Get those ideology points. You're getting pitched to join a union? Oh, nice. Hope it's a good one. 2, 6. It's probably 3, 7. All right, now how do doors work? Atlas. Atlas. Man, doors are complicated. All right. So here we have 12. So we'll do another switch here. Or we'll say Atlas switch. Tile.atlas.block. No, in this case it's just 12. Tile.atlas.hover. It is 8, 9, 10. Next, it's actually not ideology, but research. So the save file where you started with one pawn, naked alone, only knowing how to make fire, no sewing, hunting, crafting, etc. And you're into space now? Jesus. It's impressive. It's hard to believe Lynx isn't watching all of the email communication, though. So, yeah. What was it in that game? Like, speaking about unions is like horribly illegal in their world, in that world, the hard space shipbreaker world. It's crazy. So it's actually either of these. File.atlas select. How do you have multiple? Is there a way to collapse these into being the same one? No, whatever. Is it like this? No. It just doesn't work. I don't know how to have multiple cases fall into the same thing in a switch expression. Next, not yet. You're only 136 out of 176 research for industrial. There's still a bit before you can even comprehend space stuff like shuttles. However, you just found out the Toad is actually really good. Barely uses any fuel per hop. That would be like 20 a world map tile, but it's more like 2 or 3. I don't know what that is, but is that just like a little ship that you got installed or a mod that you can get? Hey, Otagon. Thanks for the hydrate. How's it going? Have we achieved infinite themes? Alright, so I think we're just going to do this for all of these here. We could take a shortcut and say if it's this, we do this, otherwise we do this, but like I want to write this in such a way that it's easy to extend. Trying to get the update out, but there's a bug you need to fix. Oh no, I believe in you. Next, Toad is from the vanilla expanded vehicles. It's basically like a reusable rocket that lets you hop around. Oh, okay. Cool. Wild. The playthrough you're doing is wild. So, should these look like this? Are you upset with me now? I don't know what the system wants from me. It wants one of the parameters to be passed through. I guess we could just pass the key. I don't know. All right. Well, this should work for that part at least. It'll pick the correct source ID, hopefully. Now we just got to pass in the correct atlas. So we'd say, so this, we need to call this with a particular atlas. Alright, where's the problem? Oh, up here. Oh yeah. Tile.atlas.block. This is going to be tile.atlas.select. Let's see. See if this works for us here. Oh, something's happening. Well. Well, the mask is not doing what the mask should be doing, which is funny. Also, why is it following the cursor around? It should not be doing that. So yeah, I don't know. So if mask is not equal to null and mask contains key XYZ, continue. This should be, we should be hitting this and not doing any of this stuff. Kind of weird. There's something weird going on in the door. I mean, or someone's drawing a door for a weird reason, and I don't understand why. Let's try to get the hover going first, actually. Before we get the select going. I think it'll make a little more sense what's happening if I do that. However, you don't have like a mask. What does this take? It just takes a hash set. I need to take like an eye collection. think this should work fine with an eye collection. And that gives us flexibility to even just pass in like a bounding box. We don't need a full hash set or a dictionary or whatever. And the door one doesn't even use that. That's a problem. We need to work on the doors, but that's fine. That actually might explain some of the weird things we're seeing. All right, who has a problem? Okay, so you're going to be game.input.cursorbounds.toList. It's unfortunate, but it should be fine. Oh, it's writing to the wrong atlas. Wrong thing. It needs to be 2. All right, let's see if just a little hover works. If we can get the hover working, I'll be pretty pleased. All right, so far so good. A little bit of weirdness on the edges there. A lot of weirdness on the edges there. What is it doing on the left edge? And why is it only that edge? Huh. Super weird behavior. It does seem to be working for a specific individual tile. Oh, well, sorta. Seems to be a problem with the floor pieces. Oh, maybe not. All right, that's reasonable because this is actually a completely different process we're using. So we create the tile map cells. We tell it we want to use the hover atlas. Oh, well, for one thing, the hover atlas isn't built to do this. This is where we could create a branch that doesn't care about outlines. I forgot about this. The simplicity of the hover outline. Yeah. Hey, Skywalk, what up? How's it going? Happy Saturday. The difference here that we're running into is that... So... Oh, we have a version of this. Oh, with outlines. These are the dotted outlines I don't like. So for when we have outlines, we have these big old atlases because we have all these outlines to consider. But when we're not messing with our outlines, everything is very simple. Like this. This is all of those shapes are if you take the outlines out. So we actually need a different atlas coords process for no outline. So maybe I do have two auto-tiling rules. We have like an outline versus no outline. Oh, wow. Emote explosion over here from Skywalk. I don't speak emoji, otherwise I would attempt to translate that. I like the little penguin one. That one's pretty funny. All right, so yeah, let's just have a branch that's like, do you not care about outlines? Good. Then we just do this. That seems reasonable. So we can go down here and we can find this one. Aaron, your friend helped you make a player teleporter so you can go indoors and things. Nice, you can like load scenes and stuff. You're doing that and you're connecting your doors. Hell yes. You're on your way to making a Metroidvania. No, I'm just kidding. No, it'll be cool. You'll be able to do your Zelda style like room transitions. That'll be nice. You're gonna get preset for your morality system. What? What does morality have to do with teleporting indoors? All right, so this is what I'm replacing. This behavior is terribly simple. It's too simple. This doesn't overlay over the actual tiles. This just fills the volume, which is not what I want to do. That's what leads to that weird graphical effect. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to do a branch of this without any of the considerations. So let's go through here. Let's go through bit by bit, and so this will be we can say atlas, we can say mask, and we can say bool outlined or outline. We can say outline. We can say create outlined deck Excel, or we can say create deck Excel. It's probably the easiest way to do this. I guess I should just copy this and then remove the pieces that we don't think we need. Aaron, because each area and its areas are going to have map states, so players can destroy or protect the area. Oh, interesting. Skywalk, you already had teleport tiles to teleport your player to paired teleport tile. You just added portals to change zones. You can make your own take on a cheap Binding of Isaac roguelike something genre. Yeah, that's awesome. That's what I was thinking of. A Binding of Isaac kind of thing. That's very cool. Because, yeah, Binding of Isaac would be like doing just map edges, like map edge teleporting. But you could also do, like, obviously, like, teleport into a building or something. which could either be realistic or you could do like a TARDIS style thing where you're like, wow, look how big this room is on the inside when it's just like a 2x2 tile on the out world. I think that's fine. All right, so if we're doing an outline, okay, so the outlined one is the regular one, and then the one that's not outlined is this one. So this one is going to be super weird. Calling it outlined is maybe a mistake. It's more like creating like a homogeneous surface or not, or I don't know. It's like, do you have edge pieces? Do you have edge tiles? I'm gonna maybe call it edged instead of outlined. Cool edges. I don't know. Maybe edge tiles. Do you support edge tiles? If you do, yeah, teleport inside a building. Yeah, that's nice. All right, maybe we're good on jazz right now. Let's switch to chill guitar. Alright, this is going to be hilariously simple by comparison. Every time you hear this song, you always think of the Pick of Destiny movie. Anytime you hear Bore, that's funny. Bore is good. I always think of Jethro Tull. They have a good version. Wow, I mentioned them twice in one stream. Bure. That movie had a hard time because, you know, you'll never be able to actually record the song from Tribute, right? And they specifically set them up to do so. And it was like, this is an impossible challenge. All right, so we don't need almost any of this. The only thing we might need is these cutaways. We got to worry about the cutaways. In fact, all we need to worry about is whether we are even being called at all. Do we even care about cutaways? Because this is just about our neighbor's cutaway. I don't think we care about our... I don't think we need any of this. I think it's just there's Atlas coords based on the tile layer. Is that how simple this is? For this example? That's crazy. Or is it always 0? I guess there's just one check to see if you need half tiles. Oh, I didn't set up the half tiles. I should. -8, 10, -8, 10. Create an alternative tile. 8, 10 with the flip. Okay, so we're actually hard coded here. And in fact, this switch is meaningless. In fact, here we're going to say Atlas. Well, no, I guess it could be something other than hover. Yeah, I don't think we use any of this logic. Skywalk, have I seen a Steam game called Mage Arena where you use microphone to cast spell Fireball from the page spellbook you currently browsing? Very funny game. People around you can hear what you say. No, that sounds hilarious. I do like games with the proximity voice. I mean, I don't like playing those games with randos, but I think that's very funny. Like Peak has proximity voice. It's very good. So I actually think if we're not doing tile edge stuff, we don't do any of this. This is only to support tile edge logic. So actually, I think we can just pass that variable in here, bool tile edges. You might say tile edges. No, I like edge tiles. We can say if edge tiles do all of this nonsense here. What do you think you can invert this for? You still have to do the... Oh, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. You really messed up my thing here. You were playing yesterday? Oh, you were doing voices? Funny. Yeah, that sounds like the best, but also the worst. So if there are no edge tiles, you can just skip all of this, which I think is pretty good. And then for some cases, we do actually have to do it, so... So we're actually going to not have a separate function. Oh, which is good. Again, we're trying to just have one function where or one place where we write the autotiling rules. I actually don't know how to use edge tiles in the door script, but we'll figure it out. Aaron, there's a freaky horror game that you saw the other day. Don't know what it was called. Oh, if you figure it out, let me know. Has a thing called a mimic, or jump scares you and it records your voice and uses it when it's around you. That's in Lethal Company. I hate those things. Lethal Company's cool. All right, so yeah, we're just gonna have this early out. If you're not concerned with the edge tiles, we're just gonna early out. Except for a specific case where we actually need to do additional work. The only case is the bulk tiles where we actually have to check the oh, it's a PS1 style game? I mean, Lethal Company looks terrible if that's what you mean. Is it like this? How do you keep the lighting in a scene on but stop it doing shadows? I presume that's something. If you're talking about a direction light, you can probably control it at the level of a light. If you want to stop it project wide, you can probably do something in the project settings. I'm not sure. Again, I've mostly done 2D. I did a 3D game, but it was a jam, so I didn't get too far into some of the details. You have the default lighting. So why do you want the lights to all of a sudden stop drawing shadows? You want all the lights to do that? All right, so for this one, what we have to do before we return this, we have to say Atlas coords. We can say, what are we looking for? We're looking for if we are a half bulk. So we say cutaway has extents.half bulk. That's all we got to do. I'm just trying to do an indoor area so you don't need a world light. Oh, yeah. So that's something you can probably control on the direction light. So you just want to turn the direction light off. I mean, you could also just not have the direction light in the outer scene so that the direction light literally gets unloaded when you're scene swapping. That would be the easiest thing to do, would be to only include the direction light in the outdoor scene and not the indoor scene. Let's see if the directional light itself has an option to change the shadow mode. Yeah, there's a shadow mode. No, that doesn't help. That doesn't say just don't render the shadows. Yeah, I think your best bet is to unload the light. So that when you're swapping from an indoor scene to an outdoor scene, you're just loading a whole different set of lights. All right, this should be fine. We can even copy this onto the next layer. There's gotta be a half bulk floor tile too, huh? Surely I have this, right? So if I go to hover bulk Z, because don't you need to be at 2 different positions pending? I must not have just set this up. I've definitely got it set it up in the hull file. So we go to hull and we go to wall top. Yeah, we have a second set, which is at texture origin 12 instead of 24. So we got to do the same thing. So I got to go Sprite. Just got to copy this over. Now if we go back to this tile set, yeah, now we can make another one here. And we can say this one is a texture origin of 12. It's crazy how much simpler that is than this horrible thing. Got to figure out a better way of doing this. I guess I don't mind as long as the tile atlases are being built automatically, but that's like a further down the road thing. That's going to take a lot of work. So for right now, we'll at least just have it something simple that we can do. All right, so now we can say bool edge tiles. We can add this, and what we're going to do... Oh, what just happened? I lost this from my clipboard for some reason. And here we say y plus 1. And then doors, I honestly don't know what to do with doors at the moment. I guess it's just going to be an X coordinate move by 1. Let's set up the doors. So what we need to do is we need to grab our door proxies. Let's go find our door proxy files. Single door proxy. Single door single select proxy. Probably call this door single grid proxy or something. It's probably this file. Nope, that's the not the file. My organizational skills is not the best. Is this the ACE file? No, that's the hover file. What the hell is the ACE file? Only show me ACE files. There we go. Here we go. This is it. All right, so get rid of all this, turn this on. So this is wrong. We're not using this. We could do instead, though, move this over and then get rid of the outlines. mask it up here. There we go. And then just fill back in. It's kind of tedious, but only got to do it once. Oop. And in fact, I'm actually kind of tempted to do some edge stuff, some stuff at the edges here, so that it has its own little outlining thing. Let's do that. That could be fun. So we do like, well, I guess we need to fill in everything first and then we outline it. Let's just say, just fill in here. This. I feel like I did this wrong. Yeah, a little bit. All right, and now we're going to do just one pass over it. Actually, let's do the other part first. Let's get this fixed up. And then we're going to paint over it is what we're going to do. So, because normally what you have with the other layers is you get this kind of nice little hidden, you get this nice subtle outlining because there's some overlap. But with the door proxies, there are no overlap because it's not multiple tiles being drawn together. That's slightly overlap. So we're going to create that effect, which isn't ideal. That'll be kind of annoying to automate, but let's not worry about that right now. Just worry about having a nice effect. All right, how'd we do? A little too far. Now we go over the outlines once to give it that overlapping look. Although maybe we only do that at the interiors. I actually don't know. Maybe we hold off on that for now. Yeah, let's hold off on that for now. So we add this, so, and then now here's the other half of this. We gotta delete this half. So which half are we gonna use first, though? Like this. So actually, we're gonna move this back to the other side. So we have this. So we have the hover, and then we have the select. So we're going to call this door single grid proxy. And then let's set this up. Might need to redo a little bit of work here. So this is just going to be called grid door. Now we set up these tiles. Easy. Oh, they're already set up pretty much. Zero 12. 12. So for these, their atlas chords are going to be set by whether they're just a hover over or they're the actual select. That's what's going to make the big difference here. All right, that's single door down. Now we got to do the double and the triple though. I'm going to try cleaning up some of these files soon. Getting a little unwieldy. All right, here we go. I'm just going to copy these elements over. All right. Yeah, I can work with this. Kind of want this background color. Oops. All right, so this is it with like this kind of negative thing, which is cool. This is definitely cool. But we kind of want the opposite effect. Why is it doubled up like this? Oh, I actually did it doubled up like that. That's curious. I grab this color back. CF, CF, CF. Good old CF, CF, CF. And now we'll draw over all this stuff. Oop. Aaron, you will say you're getting much more along with Godot than you thought you would. Yeah, it's a great engine. And it does seem, at first it seems very daunting, but you start to get the hang of it. It's really quite nice. Why am I doing this one? Oh, because right. Never mind. I think I want to kind of swap the way this is ordered, but I don't want to do it now. I would like haul to be more prevalent than door segment. So right now it's like each door segment. Aaron, in fact, if you keep this pace up, it won't be long before you have everything code-wise back in. Just Covino with the raid. Oh my god, dropping the anvil. How's it going? How's it going, Covenans? Welcome in. Welcome to Digital Iliad here. We're making an FTL-like in 3D, you know, kind of isometric 3D. Happy Saturday. How was the stream? That gamer, howdy. Right back at ya. Dex does art, howdy. How do you do? Or more specifically, how do you do how you do? Sometimes shortened to howdy howdy. Which technically means how do you do how you do. Ryan Hawkins, welcome in. Raid. Hey, Raiders. Immediately got smacked with an ad. The timing was incredible. Immediately. You walked right into an ad. Incredible. I guess I'll hang out a minute until everyone gets back from the ads. Let me know when you're back from the ads. And I'll do my spiel. But I hope your stream was good. Hope you have some nice weekend plans. We're just working on a little bit of art here. Don't mind us. Fixing some little overlay stuff here. All right, you're back. All right. How was the stream? Happy Saturday. Welcome back. How's it going? FTL is faster than light, right? At risk of sounding very dumb, what does that mean? It's an old game. I say old, it's from like 2012. FTL faster than light. It's this like space management game. Very good. Incredible game. This one. It's going. You're making slow but steady progress on your roguelite. Hell yeah. But yeah, we're trying to do like an isometric 3D version of this little space management style game. Void War, which recently came out, is kind of riffing on this very directly, but we're kind of taking a more a higher dimensional approach. You've seen it? Makes sense? Yeah. So, Raiders. Let me see if... I think I swapped some stuff out, so this might work pretty weirdly, but it should be fine. We might have some issues here. Let me swap out a couple things. Actually, this one should be... No, this one we're rewriting right now, aren't we? All right, generate tile map cell data, output that data. Do you just call this at the bottom of your function here? No, you don't. Okay, so yeah, we do got to do that. So we've been working on our tools for a long time. We're in the middle of a big refactor for our autotiler, but I'm just swapping out some function calls here, so hopefully we can look at what we're doing regardless of our progress. Oh yeah, this is quite wrong. This is hilarious. It's probably because I changed. Let's just get rid of this part for now. We're working on some overlays. that are depending on this new tile set. Well, if you got a raid and run, I understand. Thank you for hanging out. Bringing the thunder. So we're working on this like 3D tile builder, block builder tool that lets us build these 3D spaces and reason about them here. So like building, let me carve out this shape here. And we got some cutaway systems that let you look in those areas. So we've just got this big cube and we can kind of peer into it. It's kind of the stuff we're working on. How do you reason about a 3D space like this that you can only see in 3D? That's sick, thank you. Lurk, yeah, go get the food. Aaron, you never did beat FTL, you don't know why? Yeah. It's tough, it's tough. Even just beating FTL on normal is hard. It's quite hard. But yeah, this is our little tool. We've got a number of different autotilers that work, and we're trying to unify the process, which is what we're working on right now. Stupid question? There are no stupid questions. The tops of the doors are a different color. I need to update those. It's a little disorienting. They should keep the outline though. The outline is correct. So I guess eventually it will be a different texture set. So you want to have the insides of the doors look a little different than the walls. So I guess it's okay that for now they're just a darker color. It kind of communicates the fact that there's a material change there. But eventually I want it to be like mechanical bits that you can kind of see, or like some kind of texturing that like you see bundles of wiring and materials or whatever. I don't know how you communicate that with so few pixels, but we'll figure it out. That's a problem for future us. Aaron, if you have a shader, can you let's say script a thing in code to get it to change to a texture that's assigned into a slot it's in? Yeah, you can change the materials. Like if you plug in a texture to your shader, you could just change what texture that is. Yeah. I think that's what you mean. Or maybe you're swapping in a different material and using the same shader. That all sounds fine based on my general understanding of how shaders work. I do some shading stuff in Godot, but it's been pretty minimal so far. Like the only one we've really done as a shader per se is the crew outline. But we don't really do any swapping of textures with this one. All we really do is we either turn it on or off. Why is this so huge? So we can get this little dude running, and then we can go into the material. Not the material. Yeah, the material, but the sprite material. Use parent material. So we can turn this off and on. And we're just using this as a shader material. This isn't your question, but this is just kind of what we're doing. This is all we've been really doing in shaders. It's like simple outlines. I do want an inline shader. That's probably the next shader we're gonna write is an inline shader. For stuff like doors, so that if we got a door here, not a material, you have head, chest, legs through textures, and you change when the armor changes, when the character equips it, or when the color changes. Yeah, so you can, if you have plugged in certain textures to your shaders, you can just change what those are. You can definitely change those in code. So like if we've got, I don't know, this door. So when this door is running, I just want a simple shader that will like change the black outline to white. Stuff like that's super easy. That's probably the next shader we're going to do, because that's an inline, and that's not like the crew one we were showing off, which was an outline. I mean, it also includes the edges, but it's like also the inline here. But this is the full animating, because this can't just be a, you know, a single tile atlas cell. This is like a node that we're going to use as a scene collection in the tile set or in the tile map. You're just thinking how easier it would be to do the armor system, color system, than manually texturing everything yourself. Yeah, I don't know. The combinatorics of having lots of different armor type armor type stuff, that can get out of hand really easily. All right, let's finish this. So yeah, welcome in, Raiders. Hope you get some good food, Covino. Anyone who just kind of hangs out with us here, appreciate it. We're trying to do kind of just a chill co-working environment. But if you got questions, or you got stuff to share, or you're interested in following the game or any of that stuff, you know, you could check out our Discord. You could follow, or you could just hang out. We stream regularly Tuesday through Saturday. Around this time, we're usually wrapping up around this time, but we started pretty late because it was Saturday, so we'll keep it going for a bit. We did just get through a set of ads, so I feel bad ending the stream when if the ads kick. So we're gonna hang out for a while longer here. I do have some work to do after this, unfortunately. Thought I was gonna be able to do it tomorrow, but I'm gonna have to do it today. Unfortunate. Oh, this is one of the most rim-worldy songs we play on this radio. I love it. Aaron, all the textures are done for the sprite bar. The color setup. Yeah, I'd have to see how you have this organized. But there's definitely a way you can do that. Boo, work sucks. Yeah, I agree, Nix. Are we texturing? We're just doing some hover stuff. We're also talking to Aaron about some texturing stuff he's dealing with. All right, so these are our little selection, our hover and selection overlays. So we just need to export these. We're gonna call this double door grid proxy. We should probably call it overlay, but whatever. Let's plug that in here. Oh, this is still running. Plug a new one of these in here. Oh, wrong path again. Yeah, I gotta clean up these files. I think this is it. No, this is single. We want double door. Here we go. Double door grid proxy. Nope. Make the rest of these. We'll get them to be the right texture origin here. A10. And then we just need the alt tiles set up here. All right, I gotta put these in the right place. Oh, I also need to flip them. Right, that should be it for the double door. Now we've just got the triple door. And then we are all set here. Triple door proxy is here. Oh, this? No, this is fine. It's the same deal. So we'll add a new layer. We'll call it hover. Let's add that background layer so we can actually see what we're doing. Grab our nice background color that we like. Not this one. This one. Our little nice blueprint color. And then we'll take this. There's probably an easier way to do this. Let's try an easier way. Let's grab the color. These are the same colors, right? We're not doing that weird stuff where we have different colors. Okay. And then we'll just outline this and fill it in. That's got to be the easiest way to do this, right? And then we can worry about highlighting. There we go. Yeah, like that. Oh, whoops. It's got to be contiguous, though. Yeah, easy. Let's get through the rest of this. Could honestly probably use a tool for this, huh? Oh, no, it's only going to look at our specific layer, right? That's why we can't do that. All right, almost there. All right, that's it. Swap that in here. Negative 416. Zero 12. 4 8. All right, now we need to make these into alt tiles here. We need to flip them. So these are negative 4, negative. So these are negative 4 8. This one is 0 12. Oh, I might actually have these backwards. 416. Yeah, that looks better. All right, that's it. We're good. We got the hover and the select layers set up in the tile set. So now we can just go back in here. And go down to the door section. And write the door atlas chord stuff. So here when we're in the door. Here we go. So we can switch the source ID, and then here for the atlas coords, there's hull inner or not. If it's a half bulk, you drop it. Drop the Y by 1. For this, we ask whether it's a hull or an inner. So what we need to do is we need to say if it's whether it's a block or not. We could actually say atlas chords is switch. We could say atlas switch again. It's probably the easiest way to do it. So that if it's a block, oh, we do this. If it's a hover, we say no, if it's a hover, we don't do anything. So we're already modifying it based on what segment of the door it is. So it's just x plus 1 if it happens to be a select. Tile.atlas.select. It's the same here, but we don't do the hull check. It's just this. It's just this. Tile.atlas.hover. It's just atlas chords, no modifications. And we can have this at the end. And then I think this is it for that. I think it's that no matter what. Yeah, the div, we do some modifications with the div, so we can leave that. Three doors done. Nice. I also just did 3 doors. It's the right number of doors. Oh, x plus inner hull, x equals x plus 3. Oh, this is plus 2. And then this one is plus 3. I wonder if that works. Let's swap back to, I guess we won't be able to tell. Well, we'll kind of be able to tell. Swap this out, this back in. What do you want? Edge tiles. True. Aaron, the loading times is crazy. It would take the old engine like 30 seconds to like load, maybe even 1 minute to do this. It's less than a second. Yeah, Godot scene loading is pretty good. There's a lot of good stuff you can do with that. The way we're setting up this game is we're actually setting up this game as like a state stack. So like when you start the game, you get like, I don't know, maybe like a loading stack, like, or like a logo stack or something like that. So you start the game, it plays the logo, loads the menu stack. You hit play, so it loads the play stack. Maybe you hit edit, so it loads the edit stack. And then you're done editing, so you go back to play stack, or you go back to menu stack. And then when you exit the game goes like, okay, we'll show the logo again, and then like quit. Like, so we're doing it as a, and we're doing that all with scene loads, with like additive scene loading. All right, I think I'm okay with this radio. All right, so we did that. Let's go down here and make sure we're doing this correctly. So does this, so the door thing does not care about edge tiles at all, which I think is fair. So let's see what we've got now. We're making the folders for the map scenes and then putting them in X folder for the different map states. You couldn't do folders in the old engine. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, we're talking about stacks in terms of like the game state stacks, like not in terms of like file organization, but that is also nice. Yeah, it seems like your old engine was incredibly limited. All right, so this is working. There's no overlays, but this part is working. We're gonna throw in some doors and make sure that that continues to be the case here. Does that look right? Yeah, that looks right. Throw in a couple of doors here. See what we get. Oh, no, we're getting some bad behavior. There's something wrong with the double doors. That's probably because I really want to swap. Oh, yeah, it's because they're organized differently. So let's maybe fix that. Let's maybe take the moment to fix that. So the triple door is done like this. It's like the whole door is in one section. But the way we did the double doors, the double door proxy, is we have, okay, here's the 2 lower segments of the door and then the 2 upper segments of the door. And I actually don't want that. So we're going to reorganize all of this. I just need to make sure I do it correctly. What's the size of this? 192. So it should be a grid of 48. We're going to turn the grid on so that I can actually see what's happening here. 48. And then 72. 36. There we go. Now it'll be easier to move this stuff around. I'm just going to increase the size of the canvas for a second so I can move this stuff around easily. 144, anchored to the top. So I'm just going to move these pieces down. Or no, I'm not copying them, I'm just moving them. Oh, what? Oh, because there's nothing there, right? Grab this. Move these down. Might as well do this for all of them.
And I don't want to hear another word about our personal problems until I get this down.
There we go. I think that's right. Reorganize this here. Why did I move this one? This one didn't really actually need to move. Oh, no, it did. It was in the other spot before. Save that. Get rid of all that extra working space I had here. Now we need to re-export all of these. Okay. Actually, this was a good opportunity to rename this. Or double proxy. Call this the door double hull proxy. All right. Let's fix all this now. Go down to our double door. Swap this. Did I not export this? Oh no, there it is. double hull proxy. So we got to swap these here. The tile map layer stuff is so flexible and great. Really great to see. So this is negative 810. But this is also negative 810. Yep. Aaron, how do you hide the little logos it has on for the lighting and particles and things? That's like a gizmos display. You should be able to turn that off. I'm not 100% sure where you do that in 3D, but if you look here, somewhere there's probably a gizmo. View gizmos. Yeah, this is probably where you tell it what gizmos you want to view. Those little debugger things that show up. Yeah, no problem. All right, so now we got to fix the grid one as well. We're doing good work today. Good progress today. Hope everyone else is having a good time here. All right, there we go. Now these are in sync as far as how these both work. The double and the triple doors. Let's see how that's doing. Now you can take some screenshots. Oh, yeah. All right, door check. We're just going to check it on a single layer because I'm pretty satisfied that everything else works. Single door, good. Double door, not so good. Triple door, fine. Okay, so the double door is still wrong, just in a, a different way. That's probably the door division code didn't change. And I'll update the door division code because we've changed what the division means. So if you're in the lower division... Okay, so it's not actually the division that's determinant now. It's like the hull type. Hull is inner. X plus 2. Okay, so the hull one is correct. And then the div one is wrong, probably. So let's double check what the door div looks like. So upper div is +1. Why do I even have this? There is no such thing as a middle div for this purpose. We could actually just say door dot, let's say atlas chord equals door tile dot div is door dot div dot upper. If it is, then we just say atlas coords x plus 1. Otherwise, atlas coords. Don't need a whole switch statement for that. All right, let's see what that does. I hope that was right. Oh, there we go. Double doors working again. Interior double doors as well. Okay, looking good. Looking good. All 3 doors. Looking good. I still need to fix the triple door. The arrows are out of alignment. That's all right. Well, we fixed that. All right, the last thing I want to do is I want to try to get these overlays in. We're basically out of time, but we're going to try to do it. We're going to do our best here. Oh, we need a version of this that doesn't care about the hulls. Like, the way the door thing works, we aren't going to actually check the hull. We're only going to do that if the atlas tile type is block. So yeah, if the atlas is block, we do this. Are we doing that here as well? Okay, good. We are doing that. All right, let's try it. Let's give it a go. I don't think it's gonna work right, but you know, this is what we're doing here. Say hover. We say to list. We say false. We don't care about outlines. Oh, we're looking good. Let's see what this looks like when we set up a door. Yeah, this is looking good. This is looking good. This is doing the correct behavior. It's not giving us those weird overdrawn semi-transparent tiles either. But I am curious to see how the doors work. That seems fine. Oh, that's a little weird. Oh no, that's okay. Well, you can't do that, but... Okay, that seems to work correctly. Yeah, maybe it's better to not actually try to highlight the edges of that. Cool. Okay, so the temporary mask works. Let's see if the selection mask also works. So we just do this again. Oh, wait. Why was the count? Why didn't we have to reset the count? I mean, we should honestly just do that as part of the create tile map cell thing. Yeah, that should have been breaking. Weird. Weird that it didn't. We're going to get rid of all this stuff. Or we're going to get rid of this. We're going to get rid of this. And we're going to clear the counts here. That way we're clearing the counts every time. I actually kind of want to call into the output pack tile map data. I want to call into this from inside the tile map cell thing, because there's no world in which you don't just happen to do this at the end. So I'm just going to add that in at the end here. Atlas.select. So instead of game.input.cursor bounds to list instead. So that's awesome that we can just do that with we can do that with either a hash set. We can do it with any we can use any I collection as a mask. All right, now let's see what the selection thing does. Oh Lord. I broke something? I mean, I did. Did I not declare count? No, counts we got. I broke something. Oh, we need to pass in the target node. We want to do this. Why did it fail, though? We need to specify a target node. Int target node. Okay, that works. Don't see any problems with this. Cool. Now what if we do the same thing with these? Oh, we cannot. We can skip that. So target node for you is going to be 2. Target node for you is 3. I don't even know what's in target node 1. I should probably go find out. I should also use like an ID system and not just like raw integers. All right. And then what if I go for a selection? Oh, almost there. So the selection isn't quite right. I want to get rid of these interstitial lines. But that's pretty much it. What if I have a door? If I try to select a door, what happens? Oh, I left a hole. There we go. Okay, what if I place some doors? What if I try to select all or part of a door? Okay, that's working. What if I select part of a door? Okay, that I want to change the behavior of because I just want it to automatically extend the selection to the door, but maybe not in edit mode. That's probably a playtime mode thing. But it works. You can partially select doors. Look at that. You get the highlight. It interacts a little weirdly, but that's okay because that's not going to really happen in the wild. Yeah, I want to change this outlining to not just be a full tile thing. I actually think it's kind of weird that it's doing that. Based on my understanding of the rules of the autotiler, that shouldn't be happening, but, you know, I have been wrong. Yeah, here's the other thing I want to change is at the moment the outline is based on the hull type, whether the hull type's the same, but I actually don't want that to be the case for a selection. So we'll have some more. There's a few more things I want to mess around with. This has largely been a success. We're on that new tile map. or the new autotiler, and it works for hover, for selection, for placement. We did it, and we're doing it all with one set of autotiling rules and a little bit of branching. So that's excellent. We can get rid of a huge chunk of this code now. Had to leave for a bit. Did you just unify it? Yep, fully unified on the new autotiler. All of them. Both the hull tiles, the hover overlay, and the selection overlay are all being funneled through the same process with just a few separate parameters. So we're going to get rid of all this. We don't need any of this. This is like hundreds and hundreds of lines of code we can just get rid of here. It's great.
Maximum warp.
Maximum warp. Time to put in new tiles. Yeah, well, that is something we're gonna have to do. Maximum warp Rhiannon journey. Awesome. We did it, and we did it in 2 days. There's a couple of changes I want to make to the selection tile outlines specifically, but that's going to be easy. I'm not going to do it now because we've been live for 3 hours and it's a Saturday. Oh, you? It's time for you to put new tiles in? Not unless I do it first. All right, this is awesome. Very pleased. Very pleased with this. This is going to be a lot easier to maintain. Now we got the tile system to under 1,000 lines of code. Which is good. It was getting bloated for a minute there. But yeah, rock and roll. I'm going to wrap it up here. I got some chores to do. And I got to work. I got to do some day job work for a few hours today. See what I can get done. But yeah. Thank you again, Kavina, for the raid. Let's give the shout out. And we'll find someone to push it to, to raid into. The shout out. And then yeah, let's figure out where we're going. We got a nice little gang, little raid gang here together. Exodrifter just released their game. Let's go hang out with them. They just released their game No Signal. It's incredible. Let's go celebrate with them. Raid message is going to be, congrats on the release. Let's go congratulate Exodrifter on a job well done. A game they were working on for an hour and a half. Or an hour and a half. For an hour and a half. For a year and a half. Yeah, let me pull the game up on Steam. It's called No Signal. It's just on sale, and it's 20% off right now. This incredible game. Some people might be familiar with it because it's based off of a Jam game. You know where you're going next? Making food? Nice. But yeah, this is an incredible puzzle game. If you're interested, try the demo. If you're sold, buy the game. It's only $12 right now in the US. I don't know what the regional pricing is like, but very cool. Very incredible 3D puzzle game. But yeah, we're going to go congratulate them on their release. I appreciate everyone hanging out today, especially all the raiders who stuck around. If you want to keep up with the development, I'm on YouTube. We're multi-streaming to YouTube. We're here on Twitch, obviously. Like, follow, subscribe, or just lurk, hang out. Hope to see you all again. We'll be back Tuesday.
Impeccable, Captain.
Thank you. We'll be back Tuesday. Yeah, until then, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day or weekend, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.